Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to be doing my first review of makeup. I've done a lot of makeup on my Instagram feed before, but this is going to be my first time reviewing makeup. This is my official review of the Marvel palette by UCANBE. As you may know, I actually am being sponsored by them. They've sent me a couple of palettes now. Their Twilight palette, which I think is really good. There's a couple of colors in there that are a little chalky, but for the most part it's actually really nice. So, in this palette is 9 different colors. It comes with 3 shimmer shades and also 6 mattifying shades, and the shades are in the range of like red to brick to nude tones. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you now. This is what the Marvel palette looks like. Sorry, the mirror's a little dirty. I've been touching it, and as you can see, I did do some pre-swatches, but I'm gonna do some fresh ones here for you so that you can see why I like this company so much. I have about 5 palettes from them in total. 3 of them I've bought myself. So we're gonna get started. So we're gonna start with this shade. There is no names for the shades, so UCANBE, if you're watching this, you know, I think that's something that we can definitely try to work on, is putting some names on the shades. There are some in the Twilight palette. Now, this one does not have any, so just curious as to why. Okay, so we're gonna go with this shade first. It's kind of like a champagne shimmer color, and I'm gonna swatch it here. Let me just do it right here on camera. See, now this company is amazing because some of their pigments are, you know, really pigmented. This shimmer has got a lot of, dare I say, body. It's just got a lot of pigmentation. Really good for putting on top of eyeshadows, I think. But we're gonna move on to the next color. This is more of like a nude, kind of like almost a highlight, but I'm gonna swatch this right here. Now this one, I will say, is a little chalky. The lighter shades that they have tend to wear like that, so just be warned. You know, UCANBE did ask me to do an honest review, so I am going to do an honest review. It is a little chalky, but it is buildable, so it still works. It's just not as good as the other shades, especially the shimmers. I've noticed too, actually, that the shimmers are something that they've been improving on. So good job, UCANBE, and just keep up the work and just try to improve some of these lighter shades. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this next shade here. It's like a dark brick red. I don't really know like color terms yet, but I'm working on it. All right, so here's that shade. Let me do one more wipe over just to kind of smooth it out. This one's really nice. It's a little bit patchy, but I'm not really wearing any primer on my wrist either, so this is actually just a foundation base, so I could get some sort of payoff that was just not bare skin. A little patchy, but again, you can work with it. This is not primer, so I'm sure it does go on smoother on primer. Okay, so we're gonna jump to the next shade. This one's kind of like a light nude brown. And this one feels really creamy. They've all felt really creamy so far except for this one. This one's a little chalky. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch that dark light brown shade. Dark, light, and okay. That's what that shade looks like. This one's really good for like a transition between like a lighter shade and a darker shade for a smoky eye. So there's that shade. This middle one is more like a coral, red, pink, a little bit darker. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this one with a fresh finger. This one looks like this. Really smooth, put on really well. I do have some hair on my arms, so it's probably why it looks like it's a little chunky at the beginning, but overall, it's got a really nice payoff, so good job. All right, next one. This is another shimmer shade. It's this one right here. I would say it's the same color as this one, maybe a little bit more pink, but we're gonna go ahead and swatch this one as well. This one feels a little chalky, but we're gonna work with it anyways. What in the hell? Well, apparently there was something on my finger, so it's not really a true swatch. Well, kind of, yeah. That's good. Sorry about that little smudge. I'm not sure what the hell that is. Anyways. So now I'm going to do the other side since I am running out of room on my hand. I'm going to have to, well, that's not going to work. Crap. Okay, so, babe, can you give me a towel? Okay, so my boyfriend was gracious enough to get me a towel so I can rub my fingers off and get them cleaned for the next swatch. So I'm going to be swatching this color next. Now this is like a really deep, dark brown red. Like I said, all of these colors are like a shade of red except for this one right here and this one right here. So it's really great if you want to do like a nice dramatic dark smoky eye look. Okay, so here is this one right here. I'm going to swatch it for you. I'm running out of room. Holy shit, this one's really dark, pigmented. Can't complain. This one's a really good one. Alright, this is going to be the final shimmer shade. This one's like a copper, bronzy, like brown color. It's really smooth, really creamy. Oh yeah. That's what that color looks like if you can kind of see it compared to the other colors. Sorry, my swatching is not good, but you can still see what the product is about. Really good payoff here. Only one little swatch did pretty much anything that I would need for an eyeshadow look as sort of like a topper. And the last one is going to be this dark brown. It's a little bit grayish, not as red, but definitely has an undertone of red in it. I want to go ahead and swatch this one. And this one is also really creamy, has a lot of like, you know, just pigmentation to it. So here's that one. My freaking arm hair is making it clump up where I'm swatching. It's a little patchy. Let me do one more swatch over just to kind of give it a fair chance. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. So this is the Marvel palette, again by UCANBE. If you can see, here's their company name. Love the packaging. I love that it's like a holographic, like rainbow metallic packaging. But here's all the colors again. In love with their shimmer shades right here. This one, I mean, you can't even see it at this point. It's really chalky. It does not have a lot of payoff. I would not recommend using that shade. But the other ones, you know, they are a hit or miss. If you do some double swatches, you know, they're, you know, they go on really smooth. They go on patchy at first, but again, you know, I don't have a primer base on, so it's not really giving it the fairest chance possible. But you know, you can still see the payoff. You can still see what the colors look like. And honestly, I have used this palette already in one of my looks. I believe it was my Sugar Plum Fairy look. Actually, I used a little bit on my eyeshadow, and it did really well. I performed really well, and it stayed on. It didn't, you know, flake off or anything like that. So it had a really good wear test. Can't complain. I really like this company. I think they could have some room for improvement, but that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm just here reviewing it. So tell me what you guys think about them. Have you ever purchased any of their products before? I'm going to try purchasing a couple more. They're going to be sending me a couple more things as well, so that way I can review it here on my Instagram. And yeah, so thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.